let's get down to business. See if it makes us feel.
Oh, get on the stream. We'll be celebrating. I hope so. I really do.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toffee Bluecast. Bit of music there, not copied. Trying to try few things. Paul, how you doing? You all right?
Not too bad, yeah, pretty good. See, we've been in the news.
I know we had to address this, didn't we? Yesterday was complete mayhem, as always, from nowhere. 777 partners comes out of the blue, and we got all big news. And I said to you yesterday, we'll have to go live tomorrow and address this on the channel because it's just something Evertonians are thinking, wow. I mean, I've got two guests now. I'll get them straight in because I think you've got to get quite a few Everton fans on this and see how they're feeling and see what they know. And you in the comments as well, by the way. We want to know what you know and share your thoughts with us, and we'll put it on the screen because you might know even more than us. We'll put all of our heads together to try and get as many answers as we can and opinions and see what we've got on this 777 partners. So if you are on Twitter, just literally click on my Toffee Bluecast page, come over, click the link, YouTube link, come over, get on here, and you can comment, and then we'll read your comments, and then we can all interact. Right, I've got two guests now. I'll introduce them, and then we'll just kick off. I've got Jamie here. I've got 4 on. Just keeps it a nice number. And I've got Rob on again as well. There we go. How are we doing, you two? You all right?
Evening, lads. How are things? Good to be back.
I know, quicker than what we expected. I even thought we'd be no news after the international break. Transfer window's finished, and we're all thinking, right, transfer window will all have a break. No news, no transfer news. And then, of course, more news comes out, doesn't it, yesterday? So we'll talk about that. Jamie, how you doing? You all right?
Can't complain. How are we all?
All good. All good. Right, so let's kick this off then. People in the comments, drop your comments as well. I'm going to start with you, Paul, and then I know Rob knows quite a bit on it, and I know Jamie's done a bit of research in it as well. I don't know that much. I've read bits and bobs, but I don't know that much. You're going to have to put what you think in the comments as well. But Paul, I'll let you start. Tell us the news. I'll put it on the page.
The news is that there's talk of a potential takeover by 777 partners who have got a bit of a portfolio of different clubs around Europe with varying success, and people are a little bit nervous about it because their track record is not very good. We know that they've got part own or whatever of Hertha Berlin in Germany, Standard Liège, and Seville. Is it Seville as well? And in fact, Standard Liège fans are demonstrating currently about them being the owners. So Everton fans are in a bit of a quandary at the moment, and the fact that we feel as though we've got the devil owning our football club, but we are apprehensive, weirdly, about these people coming in because we don't trust them. We don't really know a lot about them. We're not sure whether they're going to sort of drag us down further than we are. So it's almost a choice for Evertonians based on what they're reading at the moment. For do we stick with what horror we have, or do we jump out of the frying pan, possibly into the fire? That's where it is.
Yeah, and it is mixed signals. Rob, do you want to jump on that? I mean, I know you've been said to me you've been reading it over the last 3 days, and you do like this sort of stuff, and you do delve into it to probably understand it more than me. So I'm interested on what you're going to say, and people in the comments put what you think. But we might learn something from Rob and Jamie here. Go for it.
Well, look, I mean, I suppose how could you not read about it? It's, we're all looking for a quiet international break. I was sitting there watching England v Ukraine and England v Scotland, and I certainly wasn't expecting any of this. Look, there's what we think will happen, and there's what we know. What we know about them is, to echo Paul's comments, is that they have quite a big portfolio. They're involved with, I believe, 7 clubs, 5 of which they have majority shareholding. There's an argument to say that the most successful out of all those clubs, being Sevilla, is the club that they have the least amount of shareholding in. I think it's only 15%, which may tell you what you need to know there. The clubs that they own 100% of, the fans are protesting. They want them out. I believe there's 3 of them. That they're known to make some very bizarre decisions. I think Genoa in Serie A, they purchased them. They hired Andrei Shevchenko. They made him the highest paid manager in the league. They hired him in November, and then they sacked him in January. So, they're trigger happy. There's obviously an argument about the guy who was involved when they bought Vasco da Gama in Brazil. A Brazilian newspaper ran a report that one of the directors was convicted of possession of cocaine and was given an 18-year suspended sentence. So there's an argument there whether these guys would even pass a fitness and probability test, which I gather following the Newcastle purchase. What I'm hearing today is that it is unlikely that these guys would pass a test. So, we're all getting caught up about wanting Moshiri to sell, but, we want to pick who he sells to. He doesn't care. He'll sell it to whoever comes with the money. But I wouldn't be so sure this deal would happen. From what I've been reading, these guys are not all they're made out to be. There is an argument whether they even have the capital to purchase Everton. And if they did have the capital, whether the Premier League would actually allow them to complete that deal. So I think there's a long way to go, yeah.
Do you think, some of the stuff that you said is new to me, and you gave a good little in-depth thing on them. Do you think that we have to have these, otherwise the stadium won't get done?
No, I think what's happened here is the club, now everybody knows the club's for sale. Moshiri can come out and do these interviews with fab boards, and he can say he's not looking to sell and he's looking for investment, and the stadium is funded until the end of this year, and blah, 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 blah. We know that the 100 million MSP loan has hit the account. We know that. So if that's been given to fund the stadium should be fine. What I believe it does is I believe it tells anybody sitting in the wings that the club is for sale. And I wouldn't be surprised to see 1 or 2 more parties crawl out of the woodwork now and see what's going on. I think there's a long way to go on this one.
What do you think, Jamie? Jump in on this.
Well, all my points pretty much got covered there, so make sure you subscribe, guys. What I read something on the Genoa thing today, and they need 5 million, don't they, to upgrade the training facilities, and they've set up a GoFundMe for the fans to chip in to contribute the 5 million.
Oh God!
I did read that.
A little bit worried. I mean, the alarm bells are there.
Saw that.
Yeah.
The alarm bells are there. You can read into whatever you want to read into. You look at the criminal past of said leader of the partnership of 777. There's multiple different things that have come out. I've seen that you got done for drug trafficking, not drug possession. So it's a little bit. It's one of those, isn't it? You believe what you believe. They haven't got a great track record. You're not telling me out of the amount of clubs that you've got a partnership within, 3 are already protesting about the way you go about things, about you running their club. There's no smoke without fire, is there? So maybe this isn't somewhere where we want to be running to. However, as Rob alluded to, Moshiri's not bothered. If he gets the money, he's not bothered as long as the money's there for him and he can go. I think he'll turn tail and run as quick as possible.
Do you feel different, to all 3 of you? Do you feel different, from yesterday to today? Because it feels like today it's calmed down a little bit. Yesterday, I actually thought it was just going to happen the way it come out yesterday. I thought they are going to buy us. That's it. It's getting done. Moshiri is desperate and it's going to happen. But then today, like Rob's just alluded to, is that it might just be a stunt to sell the club and put out that it's up for sale. It could be that. It makes sense now. I don't know. These do scare me, though. That's one thing I will say is, go on.
The thing you got to think of as well, and a lot of businesses do this, where they throw a red herring in, and something gets leaked to the press that they're on the verge of either selling or an agreement's been made with a company, because there are 2-3 other groups that are interested but haven't officially put a bid or shown their interest as high level as the others. So it could well just be something that slipped into the press to, like Rob said, to bring a couple more out of the woodwork that could potentially be there to offer a bit more money and have proof of the capital and have a better track record as such. So I don't think there's legs in it personally myself, especially with everything I've read over the last 24 hours. But like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if Farhad got on to Jim White got on to the Guardian.
I was just going to chuck a few comments on there. Look, so much for Emma said, so much for a quiet international break. So we just said, keep dropping your comments on as well, by the way. We want to hear what you've got to say, and we'll tell you what we think as well. I've heard mixed things about 7-7. Well, Rob's just alluded to that now as well, that I am worried about these. I mean, how many teams have they got relegated when they took over? Was it 3?
Well, I'm just having a look at the clubs that are involved in here. So, as I kind of said at the start, Hertha Berlin, majority shares, Red Star, majority, Standard Liège, majority, Vasco da Gama, majority, Genoa, majority. 3 of those clubs are protesting. Melbourne, Victory in Australia, and Sevilla, minority stakes. You know, they're the clubs that aren't making any noise, and there's probably a reason for that. Probably because they don't have enough power in the decision making in those clubs. The ones that are unhappy seem to be the clubs that they have all the sway in. So look, you know, take from that what you will.
Do you trust Moshiri though? Like,
well, that's trust him to do what? Trust him to sell the club? I mean,
trust him to put us into the right hands, because that's what I'm worried about.
Because it's not like he is an Evertonian. He doesn't care who the club gets sold. If he gets his 500 or 600 million, he takes his money, he jumps on his boat, and he heads back to wherever he goes to. And he doesn't look out for the Everton results on a Saturday. He couldn't care who it goes to.
I just read a comment there by Bob Stevens. Yeah, I'll drop this on as well. We'll keep the talking, but I do want to get your comments involved as well, because we do want to interact with you, and we'll answer your questions. We've got 4 weeks to go for it. Hey Dan, they've been saying that they haven't got the money up front. Yeah, I've seen that, and I've also seen stuff like saying that they haven't got enough money to do it. Anyway, I hope the Premier League stop this. Surely the Premier League know
they will.
That we could be a big trouble if they let this happen.
Yeah,
but
they
then
won't let it happen.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't, because I've always said that I think we're in a good position. I think if we get the right owners in now, we can move forward. But whilst we're in a stable position now, and we just look like Dyche is going to get these in control, I don't want a bad owner to come in, sack Sean Dyche, go and get Zinchenko, like you just said. Not him as manager, but get a manager that's just we shouldn't have. Try something that we shouldn't, and us go over the same cycle again. I honestly feel like finally, I'm not saying Moshiri and Kenwright have kept away, got the right manager in Dyche, and just done the right thing to keep us up and not messing us up more. I feel like the ship's just okay. But if you get the wrong owner in now, we are in trouble. Like, if someone comes and plays around with this, we've literally got a combination that just works now. And I feel like we'll be okay mid-table, I think. Even though we're not doing well at the minute, I think we will. But I generally think if you get the wrong person come in now and change things around, it could be dangerous. But if you get a good owner that comes in, our future could be bright. So I'm worried. I really do want like the right person to come in. I've seen that in the comments. Someone say that we just need the right person. Are you feeling the same? How you feeling as fans? Like, because it does worry me, this does. Because I don't want us to have a new ground, have a good future, and it get messed up. Go on, Paul.
Yeah, the thing that, first of all, I think we all trust Moshiri and Kenwright as far as we can throw them. The only thing I trust them probably to do is make the wrong decision. If there's 2 decisions, they'll make the wrong one. So if we don't want them to sell to 777, they'll sell to 777. Is, it wouldn't surprise me if that actually happened. In terms of their 777's sort of portfolio, I worry really any company who spreads themselves thin over several large projects at once, that they'll never prioritize any one of them. And every club would want to be the priority. So whoever they got first, they would have been fine with it because they would be a new owner and they'd be thinking, oh, they've got a bit behind them. This sounds good. But then when they went and took over another club, they must have been thinking, well, hang on, how much priority are you going to give us? And then they did another one, and then they did another one, and another one. And what will that make us? Will that make us the 8th? It's worrying for those reasons, really. It really is.
No, I agree with you. It's just frustrating. So you're saying, Rob, that you don't think this will happen then?
No,
you don't think there's nothing to worry about?
I don't think there's
just
any
go with
chance. I don't think there's any
Well-
chance whatsoever it happens. Which is the beauty of YouTube, is that you can come back to me in a month and play this video back to me. But I think there's absolutely zero chance this goes ahead. So I wouldn't worry about it whatsoever. But as I said, it lets people know the club's for sale. So the club will be sold. There's no doubt about it. The club will be sold. But this crowd are not going to buy the club. There's no chance.
I seen Tony Bellew say that 777 partners. Tony Bellew said 777 partners are really bad. Basically, that Moshiri is okay, and we should appreciate having Bill Kenwright that actually cares about the club, which was a good Tony Bellew tweet, picking up Kenwright. But I found that funny.
There's a very interesting article today on Mail. Basically, I'm not sure if anybody read it, but Everton's prospective new owner, 777 Partners, were late in making a £900,000 payment to their business partners at the British Basketball League earlier this summer. So these guys were a month late paying 900 grand. They couldn't afford to make their instalment of 900 grand. They're not going to buy Everton. It's just not.
It could just be like they want to because they feel like Everton is a good proposition to make money. They might just think like they'll make a bid in. This is the way I see it. I think they think they'll try and get the money, but they haven't got it. So they'll say they can. Just 777 partners will say, right, we can get this because they think whilst Moshiri is desperate and just wants to get out, like ASAP, whilst he's desperate, they'll try and get a good deal, hold on to the club for maybe until the stadium's done, and then later on sell it for more. So it's just a win-win for them. They'll just take over until it goes up in value and then sell on.
We see it's quite funny, Everton fans in particular don't. We have a real chip on our shoulder at the moment, looking across at Newcastle, the way Newcastle are doing things, the way they seem to be doing things right, and we've just made an absolute bags of it. But maybe we should be thanking Newcastle here because had 777 come to buy Everton 3 years ago, the odds are the Premier League would have let them buy the club. But since they've tightened everything up after the Saudi deal, there's no way they'll buy them. You're not allowed to do a leverage buyout anymore. They've changed the rules of how you can buy a club. You can't borrow money to buy a Premier League club anymore. So a leverage buyout's off the table. That's what the Glazers did with Man United. You wouldn't be able to do that deal again today. And as I said, they won't pass the fitness and probability. I keep saying fitness and probability. The fitness test, they won't pass it. It's just not going to happen. So maybe we should be thanking Newcastle because after that deal, the Premier League tightened up what you can and can't do in relation to buying clubs.
Yeah, like you say, they've probably learned about it through them doing that. And it's probably saved us, really. That's what you're basically saying, isn't it? It has probably saved us before it happens.
3 years ago, they would have bought the club. They would have asset stripped the club. They would have bought the club with money that's not theirs. You're borrowing from one guy to pay the other. And there's nothing to look forward to on that. So, yeah, look, unless these guys can get their bank accounts out and prove that they have the money sitting there and they're able to pay for this club, the Premier League won't allow it.
That kind of. Well, I'm hoping you're right. What do you think on that, Paul? I'm just hoping it just blows over and it's nothing. It is a big danger thing. I mean, none of us. I
Yeah.
don't want it to happen. You don't want it to happen, do you, Paul? Rob don't. Jamie don't. And I
No.
just think it can't happen. Go on.
No, I doubt it. And the thing is, I don't think anyone who's either in charge or prospective owners of us have got very good PR whatsoever. Do this company not sort of look at social media or anything else? You know, them just being sort of slagged off constantly. They've never even come out and denied any of the issues or the problems or anything like that. It's not like, oh no, ignore that. We're really good, we are. Not even any of that. You know, I mean, they're as bad as Bill for that, to be honest. So we don't, yeah, I think they'd be as bad, to be fair. Like Graham said earlier on here, we have got the option to wait. I don't think Moshiri will just give it away for pennies. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be a decent amount for him to actually say yes to it. And I tell you what I worry about is that if someone like that came in who have got so many fingers in different pies, is Bill just going to stay on and look after it for him?
I know, yeah.
That's terrifying, isn't it?
It does worry you. It does worry you. It worries me. And like you say, when people got signs up saying they want them out, get rid of them. It's just typical Everton that we've had all this shit. We've got a brand new stadium that's beautiful, and we're linked to frigging a club, linked to owners that are absolutely destroying a club. I mean, Kenwright and Moshiri couldn't have done a worse job. And you say to yourself, like, we can't get any worse than Kenwright and Moshiri. And it looks like we've tried to find someone that generally is as bad as Kenwright and Moshiri. And surely there's got to be better people out there. I don't know much about owners, by the way, but surely there's got to be some better billionaires out there that can buy us and give us a better future, because there's got to be some good ones. I keep saying wait until the stadium's up and then sell us. It does worry me whether Moshiri, I don't know his financial situation, it just worries me whether he's desperate and just sells to the wrong person. But Rob has got, I listened to him, so he's got me convinced that it's just all a little scam thing to try and get Moshiri to sell us. But I don't know. But I definitely don't want to go to these. I don't want to go to these. Everyone's worried, ain't they?
We're always worried. It doesn't take anything. It barely takes anything to get our lot, panicking and a bit of a fume here and there. It is what it is, and we just get on with it, and we complain about it, and it blows over, and then we go again and wait for the next one.
Yeah, well, that's why yesterday I was thinking, this is gonna happen. I need to find out what is gonna happen. Comments are saying nothing. They ain't saying it's going to happen. Rob, you know your stuff there. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. I hope it is just a stunt to sell us. I just go on, Rob. Go for it, mate.
No, I was going to say, somebody brought up a great point earlier. I was listening to somebody. They were talking about when Moshiri bought the club. If anybody remembers when Moshiri bought the club, he was never linked with buying Everton. You never ever heard his name. All the talk at the time was that two American lads were going to buy Everton. They'd come over, they'd done a tour of the stadium, they'd attended a match. They were going to be announced as the new owners of Everton FC. And the next day, Farhad Moshiri was announced as the owner. There was never a link. The deal was just done. And I suspect that something very similar is going to happen here. Somebody sitting out there knows this close for sale. There's a deal to be done, but it won't be 777. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I do think that it doesn't seem like there's many buyers out there, though, does it? But like you've just said, it might be someone silent. You might see people come out the woods when stuff's finally actually going to get done, and you might see a lot. I just believe it's going to be when the stadium's done. I really do. When do you think that we will get brought, though? When do you think Moshiri is looking on out? Do you feel he wants out now, or do you think he's waiting for the stadium to be done first?
I think he wants out last week. I think he's done. I think he's absolutely done. I think he's tried it. He's put his money where his mouth was. He got involved. He's not capable. Doesn't know the first thing about football. He's left people in charge who simply are not good enough to run a business. He's been burnt. He's lost money too. And I think he's realised this isn't for me. I want to get the best deal I can. I agree with what you're saying. When the stadium's built, that makes us more attractive. It makes us more valuable. I'm not sure he's going to wait. I think if he could break even, get what he's put into the club back, I think he'd walk tomorrow.
Yeah, I've just read everything Everton's comment there. He said he thinks he wants out as well. That's what worries me though. When you've got a desperate man, when he wants to put his money wherever he's got to put it, when Moshiri needs to get that money back and do whatever he's got to do with it, when you've got a desperate man, it worries me that he's just going to sell to the wrong people. But I just hope he doesn't. I really do, because I honestly do believe that we've been through these 2 relegation battles and we've rode the 2 storms. Now I feel we've got the right players in. I know we've started shit, and we will talk about this on the channel as we go through the season. But I feel we'll get better. I do. I think we'll get better. We started the season crap, but I generally do feel this season we won't be in a relegation battle, and we'll start to move away from it, and we'll get stronger and stronger, because this time I feel we've corrected a few things. We've gone and got Beto. We've got Onana there's looking strong. He's doing well for Belgium. We've got Garner. We've got Danjuma. We've got Harrison. We've got McNeil. We've got Branthwaite come back from the loan. I feel we're better this season, and I do feel like that is a team that will get better. So we'll slowly move away from the relegation battles and become a mid-table team that's stable in the Premier League, which will make us more of an attractive club, wouldn't it, to sell? Because then you're a stable club in the Premier League. The new stadium's been built, which makes us a lot more attractive. So a stable club in the middle, in mid-table, like we was with Moyes, basically. Mid-table pushing on Europa League. That's what we've got to get back to. And then an owner will just buy you to get you in Europa League, won't they? They'll think, right, Everton look attractive. They've got this new stadium. They look like they need an owner that just needs that little bit of a push to get them in Europa League. And he'll like the challenge, and hopefully he'll come in and just do the right thing. We are so close to getting out of all this shit and being better. That's what I believe. I honestly can see the light. I've always said it. The new stadium is the light. The new stadium is the light if you've got a decent owner. So it's the new stadium is the light, but you need a decent owner as well with that new stadium, because a bad owner could kill the new stadium, couldn't he? That's the thing. And that's what worries me. There's just all we need to do is fund the new stadium for me, cover that, fund the new stadium, and just put into some good hands of an owner that wants Everton to be successful and that will run us properly and get the right board in, get the right recruitment in, and generally really push us and know his stuff to do well. We're not asking for miracles. We just want a decent owner. Most do. You've seen, like you say, Newcastle, they've just changed their owner. They went from bottom of the table to Champions League. If you do things right, that is the possibility. And they haven't. People say, they spent loads of money. They haven't spent loads of money, Newcastle didn't. They just recruited well. They just looked at Everton and says, right, I'm going to look at all your mistakes and not make them. They used us as a curve, didn't they? And generally, that's what Newcastle did. Yeah. And they did it that quick. Go on, Paul.
It's bit by bit, though, isn't it? Yeah. I think what Moshiri thought he could do is that he could spend a few 100 million and win the league straight away. Do you know what I mean? He just thought that he could do it overnight, whereas City didn't do it overnight. You know, it took them a few years. Sorry, I cut out then, didn't I?
We had a mixture of Paul. We had a mixture of Paul's freeze, and then we had Jamie's feedback at the same time. So I literally, I muted Jamie's feedback, and then Paul's cut out come at the same time. By the way, we are sorting out Paul's Wi-Fi, and we will get it sorted. But carry on, go for it.
I was saying. I was just saying. I'll take it. I was just saying that Moshiri wanted to do it overnight. He just thought I could spend 200 million quid and I could just be straight away at the top of the table. Whereas teams who are doing it correctly, City did it over a few years, and then Brighton have done it gradually. But Moshiri thought he could do it just straight away. I don't know if you heard any of that, by the way.
You've got bits and bobs. It's breaking up, but we'll correct it. Don't worry. I don't know what you think, Rob. I was just going to say on to that, and you, Jamie, I'll put you on it as well. Generally, Moshiri didn't care, did he? And that's what he's saying. Moshiri come in and he just wanted to use Everton as a toy, and he just did things completely wrong. And I don't think people will do that again, you know, by the way. I generally don't think since we've made the mistakes, other clubs have been run as bad. I do feel we was that learning curve, and they looked at what Moshiri did and how much he spent, because that's all you see is Moshiri spent this and wasted it. And that was literally after that. It didn't get done, did it?
I'll let you take this one, Jamie.
You say that, but look at the predicament Wolves are in at the moment. Wolves are very, very close to financial fair play as well. I don't think they've been run very well in that aspect. I understand what you're saying. They've not threw hundreds of millions away the way that Moshiri have. The only thing that gets me, it's very clear and obvious that he wants out. And if that's the case, you know, we haven't heard anything from January. We've not had anything for that long. He's not been to a game. There's no evidence that he's in touch with most people within the club. And if he's that desperate, why is he not in Monaco? Why is he not in Saudi hauling himself out? Do you know what I mean? He's rich enough to be in these places. He knows a lot of rich people. Why is he not whoring himself out if he wants to get rich and he wants to recoup some money from it? Why is he not using his connections? Why is he not in Monaco? Why is he not in Saudi Arabia? Going, look what I have. We have a Bill Camright. You know what I mean? I don't get it myself, but if he wants gone, I think he needs to do more than just speak with whoever, and whoever's coming in with a load of low ball offers trying to make a killing on a potential sale, because I actually feel like he'll probably go before the end of the season. I think we'll probably be sold. As soon as somebody comes in with a respectable amount of money, I believe we'll be gone, or he'll be gone, should I say. I believe Camright will be gone, which will be a day for us all to celebrate with. And it'll be a case of whoever then can fund the rest of the stadium could potentially make the gains by reselling us in a few years when we're more of an attractive club in a better stadium with a lot more turnover, and then make a pretty penny on their investment then. So I feel he'll probably be gone by the end of the season, and then whoever does take us over is looking to flip us in a couple of years, probably double down on what they're actually going to invest with. So it's worrying times at the moment, but it's the case of saying, well, we need the right investor and we need the right owner. That's all well and good saying that, but they're not going to come in and make an instantaneous impact. Like Paul said, Man City didn't spend all this money straight away and become fabulous. You know, they've done it over a set period of time. You can see the benefits of Newcastle. Yes, they got Champions League football. They haven't had the best results this season. I don't think they're going to repeat 100% what they've done last year. You look at Liverpool, they've had a number of investment over the last couple of seasons. Look at some of the players they've bought. They're not the fittest article. So it's one of those, isn't it? You can have the right person, the right investor in place. But if your recruitment goes wrong, we are the yardstick for that. It all goes terribly wrong very, very quickly.
I'm going to drop a couple of questions now because we'll make this like little we always put stuff out there. I like to put out there what I'm thinking. I like to think Toffee Bluecast when we go live. If we hit a rumor or something like that, we can kind of relate to what people are thinking or watch this, listen to. I'll ask what I'm thinking. I always ask dopey questions because I feel like a lot of people probably want to know that, but don't want to ask that. But generally, do you believe that we should do something now to stop a bad takeover? Like, do you think that we should try and stop 7-7 from taking over?
There's two ways of doing this. So
is that a stupid question though, or is that just generally true?
No. Look, I understand what you're saying, and I think if I think if the deal was going to be done, we might have to step up, and there might, like we're playing Arsenal on Super Sunday. Sky cameras, what a perfect time to get a nice banner up saying 777 not welcome. But we're not at that stage yet. We want the club to be sold, but what we don't want to do is scare, prospective buyers. We don't want people to look at us and go, geez, they're a horrible bunch. Don't want anything to do with them. When the time comes, if we need to take action, we take action. But right now, at the moment, I don't think there's enough in it to be getting too upset. I know Twitter sent everybody into meltdown yesterday because people were saying a deal was going to be done imminently and it could have been announced today. That was never going to happen. I mean, it was never going to be done in 24 hours, let's be honest. So what I would say is let's just hold fire and see who comes out of the woodwork, because there's a very good chance somebody comes out who wants to buy us, who we're all delighted with. Let's not start acting mental yet.
I like your style. I like your style and I like the way you think, because I didn't even think of that. It's a good point, because if we did react and say we don't want these owners to come in, owners don't want to be told what to do before they even come through the door by fans, do they? So it doesn't make Everton look that appealing if we completely went on strike. And owners they won't like it, will they?
They'll get these interested parties down to Goodison, and they'll probably take them to a match day. And these lads might come in and the place could just be so toxic and so hostile, and they could just say, you know what, that's not for me. So
can it happen? Can the deal happen before? Like you're saying, wait, and if it does come up, then we go and say no. But can it be done and the deal's done, and us think, oh my God, it's already done. Why didn't we say no and stop the deal from being done?
It can be agreed, but then it has to be ratified by the Premier League before anything happens. So I wouldn't worry too much on that, to be fair. A deal could be agreed, and then it could be weeks, it could be days before look at Newcastle as a clear example. It got rejected, and then what was it, like a year later it was then approved. So I wouldn't worry too much on that. It can be agreed, but you know what I mean? We agreed to sign one Roman Riquelme years ago. Look how that finished.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very long process. I mean, for the deal to even be agreed, both parties would have to enter an exclusivity period where they'd get access to each other's books and accounts. And, this happened the first time when we heard about MSP coming in. It wouldn't be quick. It's not like turning up at somebody's house and buying the car off them. It would be a very, very slow process. We'd know all about it. There'd be no chance we'd wake up and be told Everton have been sold. We'd know all about it. So yeah, there's a long way to go yet. And if it ever got to the stage where we needed to step in and do something, I'm sure there's no better fan base than Everton who would let this crowd know that they're not welcome.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Like I say, it's a stupid question, but I just hate the thought of us going through more shit as fans. We've been through so much shit. The last thing I want is us to go into freaking bad owners again. I just don't want it to happen, and you said it, and I did see Alan Myers say that nothing is done quick on this sort of thing, and it goes with what you're saying. And he knows what he's talking about as well, doesn't he? And he said nothing's done quick. It takes a long time. which makes you think if it's not done quick and they're all speaking like it's going to be done soon and be announced, they're probably just trying to push clubs and trigger other clubs' owners trying to buy Everton. It might be that 777 partners are just that crap that said, right, they're going nowhere. They're not going to cough up the money. Let's act like they would have gone somewhere just to try and get other clubs interested and push it as much as we can. It's just a little business move, and that's what I'm going to tell myself in my head now. I was worried about it. I'm not going to lie. Go on.
Don't worry,
I bet
Emma,
the deal
we're
would go-
not going to get a points deduction. Don't worry. Just looking at Emma's comment there, that's not going to happen. So I wouldn't worry about that either.
I bet the deal to buy is, though, go through quicker than it takes us to sign a fucking striker.
It's not hard, is it? It might take 6 years or 7 years.
And the
It
thing
won't
is
take-
with the owner of 777 as well, when it comes to his issue with capital, all he's got to do is get his 100 kilos from Cuba to Miami, get it sold on the street, and he'll have the capital there. So
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen Narcos.
I've seen that. Do you know the Italian club that he owns? They've got a wicked stadium and a wicked fan base, and it says they've got. I've seen the video. They've got one of the best fan bases, Jonah or wherever it is, and they've got passionate fans as well, passionate Italian fans. And I thought, well, we've got passionate fans as well, and then it made me think like we are kind of like that. We are what they want. We're similar to what those owners have brought, similar to clubs that they brought, because I seen him in an interview. He said, "Oh, I like passionate fans. I like historic stadiums." Everything he's saying he wants, we are, and that's what scared me. Do you know what I mean? He generally he's describing us on what he's gone for in other clubs, and I think that's why he is interested in us, isn't he? Because if that's what he's into, like the best fans, we've got the best fans, and if he's into a historic club, we are one of the most historic clubs as well. So that's what scared me a little bit on that.
Yeah, well, it's fair play to him. I mean, I'm interested in Ariana Grande. I don't think she's too interested in me. Like, but you know, it is what it is. This guy can be interested all he wants, but you know, without the capital,
Jamie's actually got her on Twitter. If you want to let him DM,
I'll send you a message after, Jamie.
He'll put the live stream on, and she can have a look at you, mate.
Yeah, but without the capital and with this checkered history, to say the least, let alone the protest that will undoubtedly follow. I mean, I just don't see any way that this happens.
No. So we're gonna basically, Paul. Everything's been said here, hasn't it, on this? And I think Rob's covered it well. We've all had a little say on it. Do you feel like everyone got everything off your chest on this? It kind of seems we've all come on. It's not going to happen. I like we put it to bed. You've kind of got to hit rumours that have come out that big. We're all saying it's not going to happen. I feel confident. If anyone's come on and listened to this, they probably feel better now as well. Don't think it's going to happen. I think we can just literally forget about it. It's not going to happen. And the Premier League, I don't think will let it happen. I don't think they'll have the money to do it anyway. And I think we can focus on this nice, easy game that we've got coming up. Arsenal on Sunday.
Yeah. Doesn't get
I
much
think we'll beat
easier.
them, you know.
3 points.
I think we'll beat them.
Guaranteed.
I think we'll beat them. But we'll do the pre-match on this. We'll do the pre-match, and it'll be interesting to see what everyone thinks. I'm ready for this game. Just leave us alone. Leave us alone. Just honestly, it's an international break. I don't know whether these rumours are true. We've just said they're not. Just leave us alone. We've had one of the worst winters, stressful winters we've ever had. We didn't start the season well. We just wanted an international break to recharge our batteries, and you go and give us trying to give us stuff that we're getting the worst owners possible. Leave us alone. Let us focus on this Arsenal game, and we can get a win and boost back up. But I just can't be asked for rumours and stuff like this anymore. I don't want to be doing any of this now. All I want to be doing now is, now that transfer window's done, I don't want to hear about players. I don't want to hear about who we should sign, who we shouldn't sign, because I'm happy with who we've got, by the way. Well, yeah, I am happy. I'm definitely happy we've got Beto. But I think we should just literally focus on the football now. And we should speak before the games, speak after the games, and just talk about football. I don't want to talk about Moshiri, the owner. I want all that to be done at the end of the season if it's going to get done. I don't want to hear about them two idiots. Don't want to hear about players until the next transfer window. And I just want to enjoy football now. But I think we'll be all right. Go on, Paul.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Pre-match Saturday because we're on Sally Sunday.
Yes.
And then post-match Monday night, I'd imagine.
And we're going to celebrate. I'll tell you something, if we win, I'm just going to get you two on as well below and get you on celebrating. I think we're going to beat Arsenal. I really do think we are going to beat Arsenal. I think we'll do it. And I'm looking forward to the pre-match and seeing what you think. I'm not going to ask you your scores yet because it will kill it. Looking for the banner now. Thanks for coming on, Rob. Cleared a lot of stuff up, and Jamie cleared a lot of stuff up, and me and Paul said what we know on it as well.
Yeah.
Don't think there's much to talk about on it. Don't worry about it, Toffees. Enjoy your holiday, and just enjoy your break. Just rolling this up now. Last words, Jamie. Last words.
Fuck Bill Kenwright. Fuck Farhad Moshiri. Fuck 777. Up the fucking toffee.
Yeah, that's about true. That'll do. By the way, I forgot to say it again. There's 7 on now, right? There was a few on, few come on, few go. 7 people on. Like it. If you like it, it gets put about. We are working on getting the equipment better for everyone on. We started with just me and Paul. Paul's sorting his Wi-Fi out. Jamie will get him some equipment as well. It'll completely take out the echoes in, and he's got the lights. We'll get rid of his echoes. His kids in the background, bless them, partying.
Some more
we'll get it. We'll get it professional for you. Don't worry. There's been a little bit of feedback, but we're learning as we go. And obviously, Rob's got bang on equipment because you do it for work, don't you, Rob? It's good equipment you got there.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, you know, I'm an Everton fan. I'm a football fan like you lads, but you know, what I do for work sometimes helps me when I'm able to join in these types of discussions because it's not too dissimilar to some of the stuff I do day to day. So if anybody's watching, I'd ask you to follow all the lads as well because I didn't know any of the lads. Obviously, Dan from Twitter, but you know, they're all Evertonians. Follow them on Twitter. You know, we're happy to talk about this stuff all day long. If you follow us, we'll follow you back. If you have any questions, send them away, and you know we'll chat 24 hours a day about everything. So just keep coming, keep being engaged with the channel, and we'll keep showing up as long as we're asked.
Well, Twitter and Bluecast has brought us together, hasn't it? Twitter and Toffee Bluecast. It's brought us together, and I see in the comments saying, when are you doing the spaces? A lot of people do like the spaces. I get it. And I like spaces still. What we'll do is we'll drop one of us 4 on a space every so often. So we'll just do a Toffee Bluecast space as well. Because I know some people like the spaces and they can come on, don't want to show their face. We just like to put a face to stuff as well. Because it is different. Like speaking to someone on a space, not knowing who they are.
Now we need some more new equipment.
Not now.
New equipment, everybody.
Don't worry about a thing. Right. Speaking to people, you two got to do your song yet. Anyway, speaking to people on a space is completely different to face to face. It's good to put a face to face on stuff. You two have got to do a song. What song are you doing, by the way? People, like Jamie's going to do a song. Paul's going to do a song. I'm going to get you two to do it now before we end. So have we got some? We got some in the comments. Yeah, go on. People in the comments now before we end it. Can you comment what song you want Jamie and Paul to sing before we end this?
Don't get funny now just because you.
What song do you think, Rob?
Don't
worry.
Does anybody know that song? It's always a good time. I mean, I think good times is what this club is built on.
Paul will get the lyrics. Jamie, have you got the lyrics? Anyone in the comments, put what song do you want? People in the comments, get involved now. There's a few ones. Get involved.
Get a poll on your Twitter, man.
No, I don't need a poll. I want to do it now because the people will like this. So there's 8 on now. It's going up. Numbers are going up. Me and Rob are safe. Hold on. Let me just put. We've got to have a laugh on this channel. That's what we do. Everton fans coming together. We're literally in the pub now.
Drop your mic out of the screen.
There you go, Rob. There you go, Rob. Yeah, you two beyond. Paul, can you change the title? What
Can't
song
believe the numbers
should
have
they
just
sing?
bumped up by 5.
Yeah, well, what song? By the way, people stay on, please. I need you to stay on. Right. What we want you to do is put in the comments what song you want Jamie and Paul to sing. Jamie will probably know the lyrics anyway, but yeah, go on, Paul. Can you change that? Let me change that banner. Let me change that banner. These boots. I was just getting Paul to change the banner then. Me and Rob are safe at the top.
Oh,
Here.
I thought you were doing it. Sorry.
Using Spotify to see what we can find here.
I know.
Let's have
Find
a
a
look.
song. They'll sing the lyrics. Find a song. It's like Twitch, this isn't it? I don't even know
Okay,
what Twitch is.
We've got a couple
Straight
here
gangster rap.
based on potential takeover. Potential takeover by 777 partners. Okay, so let's have a look.
Have you got any songs? Has anyone put any songs? Yeah, I'm just writing this now.
It was
There you
sad
go.
to sing, Emma. You're bloody right. Yeah, they pushed me right under the blue.
How hard were you, Paul, at the time?
You took it away. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Paul
nice.
took it away. Then
Wow.
he's like, I'm going to get away with this.
Oh dear.
Yeah, let me have a look at the
I don't
comments.
even
There we
know
go.
that one. I don't even know that one.
Fleetwood Mac, Seven Wonders.
Yeah, I don't know. I know plenty of Fleetwood Mac, but I don't know that one.
I didn't even realise that Police sang. Do you know the band Police, the Free? I didn't realise they. Yeah. I didn't realise they did the songs that they come out with. But because I put them in Police, and I was like, because I was going to sing it with these two below, but I'm keeping out now. But I didn't realise some of their songs that they've done, but they've done some proper bangers. They have. What about Cher? Do you believe in love after love? Like we can get a good owner after Moshiri?
Oh God, why do you choose the shocking ones, don't you?
Seven Nation Army, Rob's going for there. People get involved, put it in the comments. We want to finish with loads on that. These two are going to sing a song below. Jamie is. I've got Java Cakes. Come on, people, get involved. Give these two a song below.
Well, this is a belt of this now. He's had to be able to do this one.
I love Rob. He's just doing these in here, isn't he?
I'm just on Spotify, just
It's
clicking
like-
anything.
It's like we're winning. Me and Rob are winning 3-0.
Oh,
But we're just
I like
trying to
that
get into 4-5.
That's a good one, isn't it? Good riddance. See you later. Bye bye 777. Perfect.
Full
I
moon,
like that.
half moon, totally
That was
close.
going to be. That was going to be me and the missus' wedding song for dancing at one point. don't let
you know what
me
about-
ruin it.
What about Enrique Iglesias? I can be your hero, baby. That's good. I can be your hero, baby, because we need a new hero to take over the new stadium. Would you dance if I asked you to dance? What about that one? Can you two get the lyrics for that one?
Come on, lads. Give it to us.
Come on, give it to
Just
us.
to let you know,
Can't
I
end
stream
it
on
until
my
you.
phone. I stream on my phone. I can't get no lyrics.
You probably know the lyrics to Hero anyway. Don't you?
Yeah, mate. I'll do your play-by-play of the video as well. I'll be like that in the desert.
Paul, can you put the Paul? You've got the technology. Can you put the lyrics on the screen for Jamie?
I can do it.
Can you?
Let me
Yeah.
have a look.
Can you?
Fine.
I'm
Come
doing
on.
this.
Jamie's not got the.
This is TV gold, lads. You just have to do it.
Jamie's
that
like,
as well.
oh, don't worry, we'll do a duet, and now he's not ready for it. He's not ready for it.
No, genuinely, pick 4 of the worst songs. Run a poll on your
No,
Twitter.
because I want to do it when you.
And the next stream we'll do it.
I don't feel like you're ready at the minute, and I want to do it when you're not ready.
Now,
Tell you
the
what, I did-
lyrics are in the
I
comments.
come on.
They're in the comments. So you'll have to read them from the comment section.
Oh, what song you gone for?
I can't see that.
You
Are
can't
we
see the
really
comments.
doing Hero?
Literally, my phone is here where I stream from, so I can't see the comments.
Can you put the Paul? Can you put it as a screenshot on the picture? This is Toffee Bluecast at its best. Don't worry, 777. 777. It's not. It's not coming over.
You're going to have to practice.
Bye bye.
I can't believe we're stretching this out by 10 minutes. We've still got 10 people.
No, we've still got 10
You're all
people. So
sadists.
there's more people have
Oh.
come on. More people
If
have
it's
come
not
on
20,
because I want to hear you
hold on.
sing.
Hold on, I made an agreement for 20 likes. So if there's not 20 people in the comments, then I'm sorry, I can't perform like that. See, look, Rob's gone now. See, it's all over the place, mate. We have to get 20 people on to hear us sing.
It's so traumatic.
Where
It's
did
so
Rob go?
traumatic. Rob has disappeared.
Where did he
Oh,
go?
look, I think his
Am I in
internet's gone.
too deep? He's probably got the lyrics, so don't give it large because Rob's probably got
He's
the
just gone
lyrics
to
here.
get his. He's just gone to get
the
his
lyrics.
Enrique Iglesias CD.
He's just gone to get the lyrics here.
I'm not ashamed of the fact that I like Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah, he's amazing. He is.
That man can sing, and he's not bad with the women either.
You shout at
Just
me,
looking.
brother.
What we'll do then? What we'll do?
I've got the
is-
tune on my phone.
Have you
Run
got
a
it?
poll.
No,
Get
no.
four of
Paul's
the
got the
worst
tune.
songs
Hold on.
and run a poll.
Hold on. Wait. Get him back up here. Get me back up here. Hold on. Let's get you back down there, Jamie. You be quiet. Get back down there, mate.
The
Get
only
back
reason
down
I'm
there.
saying this, I have a
Get
10-month
back
old
down
at me
there.
for freezing
Get
here, so
back down
I'm just
there.
saying.
Right. Let's. Jamie, don't worry. Man. I'll. If you struggle, I'll wave and stuff like that.
How big do you think my phone screen is here?
You've got this.
Stop
You've got
me,
this.
brother. Hey.
Can you put it on the? Can't you put it on the screen, Paul? On your PowerPoint, it
Are
don't
we
go
doing it?
straight on, does it? Can you put it on as a PowerPoint thing? Yeah, straight up.
You can't, me, brother.
I haven't got not dead easy like that. No,
Yeah,
I can
okay.
do. I can do.
It's getting out. It's just got a little one.
Look on there, Pippa.
So
Look.
now we know. Now we
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Gone.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm getting all emotional here now.
What we'll do, Paul, is we'll get you and Jamie to do it another time when he's got the lyrics. When they've got to have like 20 people on.
Literally,
yeah,
run a
I agree.
I'm being genuine serious here. Run a poll on your Twitter because you've got the most followers. Pick 4 of the worst songs you can think of. So I've got time to get it all off and whatever, mate. And we'll do it next time. I'm being genuine serious. Run a
Yeah,
poll
we'll do it.
because you've got like 6,000 followers or 8,000 followers, mate. Just run a poll for it.
Yeah, they're all trolls, mate. Don't worry about it.
I'll see you in a minute, Papa.
They're all trolls. Don't get jealous. Like 6,999. No, 6,900 are all trolls. Don't worry about it. Jamie, now we know who the 4th speaker was in the channel in the background. Or the 5th speaker.
Talks more sense.
You lie.
Say hi, Papa.
Talk
Hey.
makes more sense, I think.
She's a blue,
Definitely
don't
talks
worry.
more sense than Jamie.
She's got more hair than me.
Right, what we're gonna do? Get what's her name?
Harlow.
We'll just get the kids on. They'll probably speak more sense than us. I'll get Ariana on. You get your daughter on. Or you get your daughter on as well. You get your kid on as well, Rob. We are the Everton. We are the Everton parents. We are. We love it. This is what I like about us. We're like, do you want? Can you do the channel tonight? Yeah. Can you do it a bit later so we can get the kids to bed? Do you know what I mean? That's all of us on the channel. That's why we're quite mature on this channel. Do you know what I mean? We're all like family people, parents, quite mature. You don't get no childish comments from us like some trolls I've got on my Twitter that I've just had to block.
Quite mature.
But yeah.
What you fucking do?
I'm not that mature, but I have to be switched on. A goo 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 goo. A goo 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 goo.
Oh.
That's the most sense you've ever said. Dan.
Yeah.
A goo 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 goo.
Say, oh yeah.
Say
Say,
hiya.
oh yeah.
Hiya.
Oh, almost knocked it.
Hiya.
Say, Dad. Oh. She got it, yeah. That's not me, I put it.
Better with a king. Right,
Say,
everyone.
yeah, say Liverpool. Jog on. Everton. You should be in bed now.
Everton.
They hear you shouting in the
so
street.
brightly. Everton. Spirit of the blues. Yeah, we will do a space then, people. We'll do one very soon. I think we've addressed this. And thanks everyone for coming on. Like and subscribe. We're just, as you can see, we're just down to earth Evertonians. And we'll have you on. We will have you on. There you go. We will have you on. Drop your comments. And it's just Everton fans getting together. And Jamie will do it. I'll do a poll so these can do their song when there's more on, by the way. Thanks for coming on, Rob. Thanks for coming on, Jamie. Thanks for coming on, Paul. Look, there you go. Not getting shy now. And I'll put some song on, some music on for you. Got some new tunes here.
Yeah.
Bit of a badass song, this one.
Yeah. He's the one we watch all the shorts on, the back. Yes. He's the man of war. He's the man that went the unicorn.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?